Do these photos make you hungry? The Tamron 28-75mm and Tamron 90mm are lenses trusted by many professional food photographers. And if you want high quality food photos that will make you want to lick your screen, you need to start out with quality lenses. Now, 3 frequently asked questions when it comes to lenses for food photography are: should I use a macro or non-macro lens? Is a prime or a zoom lens better? And what aperture is best? And I'll answer all those questions, but before I get into it, I want to thank Tamron for supporting this video, and shout out to the talented photographers who shared their photos for this video. I'll link their work in the description below if you want to check out more of their stuff. And remember, we publish new content weekly, so subscribe to our channel and tap the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1, should I use a macro or a non-macro lens for food photography? Macro lenses are one of the most recommended lenses by professional food photographers. Now, macro lenses work great for eye-level shots of food to show height, and they also work well for 45-degree angle shots, which makes them seem like you're seeing the food right in front of you. Now, this macro lens in particular is the 90mm lens from Tamron. It's an f2.8 lens. It's a DI-VC lens, which will allow you to get as close as 11.8 inches to your subject. And that will allow you to highlight those fine, juicy details. Now, macro lenses are typically classified as having a 1-to-1 magnification ratio or higher. And with this 90mm lens, you get a 1-to-1 macro reproduction. And this basically means that the same size of the subject in the frame will be projected onto the sensor at that size. And the benefit of 1-to-1 magnification is that you can really enlarge and enhance real-world detail in print. Now, there are a lot of benefits to non-macro lenses in food photography as well. Non-macro lens works great for flat lay or over-the-top type shooting. And as you can see with this photo taken with the Tamron 28-75mm lens, which isn't a macro lens, and in the case of the 28-75mm lens, you can also get extremely close to your subject with minimum focusing distance of 7.48 inches. Number 2, is a prime lens better for food photography? When it comes to prime or zoom lens for food photography, each one has their pros and cons. Now, what's great about using Tamron's 28-75mm f2.8 for food photography is that you have the ability to keep the camera fixed in one position and quickly zoom in and out to change the composition. Now, zoom lenses make life easier when shooting overhead shots, as you can fix the camera, arrange the elements, make fine adjustments to the zoom to either remove or show more elements. Now, the Tamron 28-75mm makes overhead shots even easier by being more compact and lightweight than most similar zoom lenses on the market. Another thing to note is that sometimes when you're shooting food photography at a restaurant, you might also be asked to take environmental portraits of the staff or chef, and the versatility of the zoom lens makes this job a lot easier by not being restrained by one focal length. But prime lenses are also a great option because you can get great performance at an affordable price, and you'll typically get a faster maximum aperture. In this case, we are using 2 lenses with a fixed f2.8 aperture with the 28-75mm and the 90mm. Regardless if the lens is a prime or a zoom, some of the most widely used focal length used for food photography is between 24 to 100mm, which both of these lenses, the Tamron 28-75mm zoom and the Tamron 90mm prime, fall under. Number 3, what aperture works best for food photography? The aperture of the lens controls the intensity of light that passes through the lens and also controls how much of the scene will be in focus or blurred out. Now, choosing the best aperture setting, one that has a depth of field deep enough to have nice background blur, but also keep your subject in focus, will help make your food pop and make you want to reach out and take a bite out of it. For example, the 28-75mm has an aperture range of f2.8 to f22 and f2.8 to 32 on the 90mm macro. While you can open up the aperture to f2.8 to get that beautiful out of focus area around your subject, closing the lens down to f4 or 5.6, especially with the 90mm, will give you a more all-around sharp and focused photo while still blurring out the background. Now, generally closing the lens down to a higher aperture will help ensure you get the sharpest results from your lenses, but both these Tamron lenses perform really well when shot wide open. Those are 3 frequently asked questions about food photography lenses, but some other benefits of the Tamron 28-75mm and the Tamron 90mm lenses is that they have a moisture-resistant construction with leak-proof seals throughout the barrel. And so if you're taking photos of drinks, you won't have to worry about them spilling on your lens and ruining them. They also have a 6-year limited warranty here in the US. On the subject of food photography, I've seen a few photographers using delivery and carry out to take photos of food in their homes and send the photos to the restaurants for free as a way to help support their local restaurants during this time. I'd like to hear how everyone watching is helping their local businesses through photography. Let me know in the comments below, or feel free to ask any questions. If you're interested in learning more about the Tamron 28-75 or the 90mm, I'll leave a link in the description below along with our featured photographers' information if you want to check out more of their stuff. Now, if you like this video, remember, hit the thumbs up button below, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.